Yeah, Mark and Lori, if you're wondering why your garbage wasn't picked up here today, it's because of what happened hundreds of miles north in Prince George, British Columbia. That is where this explosion happened, and it reverberated here through our energy grid in multiple ways. Garbage sat uncollected today. Waste management trucks, which run on natural gas, unmoved.
And all of a sudden this happened. It was a big explosion.
All because of what happened more than 550 miles away in another country.
Looks like the pipeline blew up.
A 36-inch BC natural gas pipeline ruptured, sending flames and smoke into the autumn sky and a wrench in the day-to-day operations in the Puget Sound region. The stink will be short-lived. Garbage collection resumes tomorrow, although some Thursday customers may have to wait a week for pickup. Puget Sound Energy says their calls for conservation are over. Gas lines have been stabilized and there is no threat to an interruption in gas or electrical service. Sound Transit, which also made some alterations to its bus schedule yesterday, back to normal. The biggest residual impact may be at the pump. Already one refinery in Ferndale has curtailed production. Combine that with shutdowns associated with Hurricane Michael, and Gas Buddy warns that pump prices in Washington state could go up 15 to 30 cents a gallon over the next week. Shell telling King 5 today it shut down the Anacortes refinery, certain process units in order to safely and effectively respond and manage through the situation. Natural gas is a needed element within the refining process. Lingering impacts from a scary incident that shook up the regional power grid in more ways than one. In Seattle, Chris Daniels, King 5 News.